Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I am doing all right. So I had to end stream rather abruptly last night, and just because of that, I felt like, hey, let's play a little bit more Hades today. Today will probably be a little bit of a shorter stream, but you know, hopefully we can still have a good time. And I guess on that note, let's get started, shall we? Get some desktop audio and all right, let's go. So what are we on? We've made 21 escape attempts so far, and we had a run of three going, I believe. Okay, and I guess when I closed it out last night, I didn't actually save because I closed it out mid boss fight. So yeah, we still have the fists. But let's talk to Skelly.
Come on, mate, won't you say who hired you? Was it Achilles? Couldn't have been Nyx. Is it that big a deal?
I am an individual of some integrity, boyo, and protect my sources with my life. You'll have to kill me if you want to make me squeal.
Okay, so we're probably on like the same seed that we were last time.
Keepsakes hold power.
Lambent Plume back. And you know what? Let's upgrade the aspect of Talos. I think that's what we did last time.
I see you.
Cool. And let's set what we did before, which was extreme measures. This run might be pretty similar to the last one, but hopefully it'll still be fun.
Darkness, give me strength.
Indeed, darkness, give me strength. I think. Zeus, yep.
Nephew, I wanted to mention, it was odd how by every account you'd come quite close to breaking free from there at last of late, only to be abruptly cut off from our contact. I suppose having suffered some ill fate? Perhaps your realm's guardian, Cerberus, is even deadlier than reputed.
Cerberus, you know, Cerberus is a good boy. And we haven't got extreme measures to high enough that we have to worry about. Let's take Lightning Strike again.
That's what you get. My keepsake powered up.
I do love the magnet cutter. It's nice. Okay, what do we have? Power Palm or Dionysus? Let's go for Dionysus. But I do suspect that that worked out well with that trap kill there.
Hello there, Dionysus.
So, Zag, you met my dad by now, your Uncle Zeus. He's cool and loves of feasting, just be sure to keep him in your thoughts, okay?
Alright. And we'll take Strong Drink because, hey, that's a nice boost. That being said, I think that might have actually been different than what it was before. So maybe the seed only gets regenerated for like the first, for each floor. I don't know how it works. Because I think last time we did get Strong Drink, but it was way further down the line. Either way, it will absolutely help. Did I say you could leave? I love how we can one-shot the witches with the magnet cutter. Just be like, get over here. Okay, I guess there must be some sort of damage range involved.
Short work. Much better.
Max HP up. Darkness. Is there anything in the well that we care about? The Eye of the Lamia, Tinge of Erebus, or the Arispangle? Nope, nothing we care about.
Don't get in my way. Thank the fates.
What shall we do here once you finally arrive? Perhaps we could go out and meet some mortals. I know all too many maidens and or noble gentlemen who'd absolutely love to get to know you.
Alright, what are we gonna take? We want to take Passion Dash? You know what? No, let's just take Different League. Don't really want her on the offense right now. Ooh, hard choice. Let's go for Artemis this time. Let's see if we can get pressure points or supporting fire. I remember when I first started playing this game, these guys were so tough. They would just constantly kill me. And then I got quote-unquote good? Question mark?
Lady Artemis.
Hey, hold a moment, Zagreus. I could have sworn you were so close before, but now you're back? Must have tripped up just when victory was close at hand. It happens all the time. We'll get you out of there, you'll see.
Thank you for believing in me, Artemis. Okay. Ooh, True Shot is nice, but we're gonna take Artemis's aid. Have a call on hand. Because Artemis is one of the best calls in my personal opinion. Okay, coin or the shop. Let's go for coin. Oh, no, I missed the trove. Whoops, and it was just sitting right there.
My subjects wish to have a word with you.
Mistakes were made.
Surrounded.
We just can't let those skeleton spawners build up because that would get even scarier. And in this case, we're not going to ever build up a full stack of charge for the call, so we'll just use it when we have the chance.
I've no more time for this.
Gold, gold, gold. Heart or the palm. Let's take the heart. So yes, I think the seed must get generated more than once. Probably based on what you've already picked up. Instead of just once at the very beginning of the run. So, we are in completely different waters than we were during last stream. Which is good. Max HP up. Key or gems? Let's go for the gems.
Gemstones.
Okay, key or gems. Let's go for the gems again. Whoops, let's just get caught by the spike trap there.
All mine.
Daedalus Hammer or the shop? We'll go grab that Daedalus Hammer. And that was what I
Fix
expected.
up these fists.
Let's take Colossus Knuckle.
There we go.
And I hear fish.
Use the rod of fishing there.
Take a deep breath. Calm your mind. Extend your senses out into the world.
The river Styx. That's a bite. A hellfish.
Not a shellfish, a hellfish. Anything I need to destroy? Doesn't look like it. Let's go after that Titan's blood.
My sisters and I, we've had a chance to talk and we have come to an agreement, Zagreus. As you can see.
Megara, Tiss, you ready?
Murderer.
3 against 1. Doesn't seem all that sporting now, does it?
Well, I guess like the Hydra's like 8 against 1, depending on if you count the heads as different people or not.
Or each well past the need for any sport. We'll kill you, whatever it takes. Your knees, now. Come, sisters.
Yep, let's just keep missing with the cast there.
What else?
Taking damage in this fight doesn't really matter as long as I don't die, considering we have the strong drink. There we go. 3 against 1 and I still kick their butts.
Where'd the others go?
Extra shiny rocks and some blood. Nothing we need, so let's continue upwards.
Next floor. Getting warmer.
Another centaur heart, huh? Get over here. Okay, that's good. The giant head that stomps down on you is probably the worst thing for,
Keep me going for
you know, upgrading Lambent Plume if it's just, you know, floating up in the air. So gotta kill it when you get the chance, I think.
moving on.
More coin, please.
Burn flingers.
Okay, what else do we have?
Look what I found.
Alright, more coin. Always good, always good. Is there anything we need to do in here? Let's run the donut. Doesn't look like it. Centaur Heart or the shop. We have 600 gold. Let's spend a bit. Artemis Moon, sure. Support fire, absolutely. I love support fire. Hey, Carolyn. And do we care about buying a power palm right now? Probably not. Dionysus? Okay. Wonder if we can get Drunken Dash here. Oh, it's these two again.
The Mega Gorgon.
There. You're out of the way. And both of them are gone.
In the name of Hades.
Drunken Flourish. No, we're going to take Drunken Dash. Given with how much we dash around, you know, that probably does help. Just getting them with the hangover debuff. More darkness. Okay, what are our options here? Darkness or gems? Let's take the darkness. Did I say you could leave? Get over here.
Come face Malphon and me.
A whole bunch of witches down here. Let's finish them off. What rate, what level are we at on the Lambent Plume? Oh, 16.3, nice. That's good. Oh, and there is a trove here. Just one sec. I do want to stretch. Ow. And... Alright, let's see what is in the trove. Ooh, 150 darkness? Absolutely. After all, we're trying to build up to the 1,000 darkness for Fated Authority, I believe it is what it is. We need to get at least one roll in there. And that means building up darkness. Think that hiding from the fight will save you, buddy? Because it won't. 111 darkness. Excellent. Oh, and because of the dark thirst, it's 133. That's nice. Hermes. Oh, okay. So this is the last one before the boss fight. That's fine.
Another message here. It says 1 small spoon dried oregano, 2 spoons extra virgin olive oil, 1 large onion, minced, a dash of salt to taste. Wait, this isn't. Though you should try it sometime if you ever make it out.
Just get random recipes. That's awesome. We'll take side hustle. And let's go fight the Hydra for a big shiny rock.
Come and get it.
Let's go. Let's just get right in his face. Plus we got 10 gold on the side hustle. I'm sorry. Did I say that you could leave this fight? Something that does make me sad is that Magnet Cutter doesn't actually move the bosses. But I suppose that makes sense, because they are big and not small. Alright. First stage down. I'm hoping that we'll be able to max out our call so we can just use Artemis to finish off the final final head. Oh yeah, that'll work. So as long as we survive until that point. Alright, we're good. Take the shot, please. Calling down the godly airstrike. Oh, and we cleared it fast enough that the lambent plume upgraded. Excellent. And now let's just have a drink of that found to heal right back up. Strong drink is great. I do love it.
Check.
Mate?
Everything's so green.
Fishing time. Expand your senses. Your eyes can deceive you. There we go.
Another seaman?
And we'll go for the Daedalus Hammer. This coin is nice, but a permanent upgrade on your weapon is nicer. I would think. Oh, it's just right there. Like, I thought I saw a strongbow somewhere. Okay, where are the... Oh, over here. Alright, let's go kill the Soul Collector. Alright. Ooh, let's take the Draining Cutter. give us a little bit of health regen. Don't know how much we're going to use it, but it's nice to have. Hermes, please. Get over here. Oh, here you are. Enemies everywhere. Just gotta keep punching them, I suppose.
Time for a boost.
Hey, Hermes? Let's take quick recovery because we already have dodge and the health recovery. Hey, Naval, how are you doing today?
Moving right along.
Let's see, shop or Duel of the Gods. Let's do Duel of the Gods because multiple boons are great. And we are going to side with Dionysus because Aphrodite's supporting fire is less scary than getting poisoned, I find.
Cheers to you then, man.
Alright, Positive Outlook is fun, but I think since it's on the dash, we're going to take Numbing Sensation. Let's slow people down.
You think you can crush me aside like that? Well, I think I can crush you into tiny little bits. Let's see who's right, shall we?
I think that I am right in that I can brush you aside. It's not, you know, on purpose. It's just you guys keep fighting and you make me pick one of you. And there's no option for me to just be like, hey, I'm smarter than Paris. I'll just leave. How are you? I'm doing alright. You know, just a good start to my Saturday, I suppose. Part of it was I had to end stream rather unexpectedly last night, so I just felt the urge to play some more Hades. How about yourself? How are you doing today? I think I'm taking a little bit more damage than I would like in this chamber, but what can you do?
They are as good as dead.
Doing good. Finally have access to your computer again. Awesome, that's good to hear. Hey, no, I'm not gonna let you respawn. Oh. Alright, let's see what Lady Artemis has for her. Not Artemis, Aphrodite.
Dearest, just do not anger me again, or I might come down and kill you there myself.
Well, you know, just what people say to one another. Wave of Despair or Dying Lament. After you take damage, Dying Lament. You know what? Let's take Dying Lament. It sounds more fun.
Love and loss.
Okay, Artemis versus Dionysus. Let's take Artemis. See if we can get pressure points. Yes, because we already have supporting fire.
Who's getting punched?
Okay, what do we have? Oh, there's exploding chariots. That's a bit of a problem because our whole strategy is to just get up close and punch things to death.
Sorry, Hermes.
Fortunately, they are very fragile, so, you know, if you hit them with a negative status effect, they usually die. And they are on the clock, because they have a fuse. Get over here.
You found me, Artemis.
Okay, true shot, hunter's mark, or clean kill. Well, we didn't get pressure points, and we don't have the fated persuasion to alter choices, so we're gonna take true shot. Give our cast a little bit more juice. And yeah, you know what? Let's do Dionysus and the boss fight or mini boss. Oh, it is Asterius.
You mean to fight with me barehanded this time, short one? I'm not ashamed to say the champion himself defeated me in such a manner back when we drew breath.
Wouldn't say the twin fists of Malphon count as empty-handed, sir, though it surprises me to hear you could be beaten in such a way.
I was hungry and unprepared, inexperienced.
No more. I'm gonna say there's no okay chance that we lose a Death Defiance here. But that's okay, just keep running through my drunken fumes. Yes, just keep chasing me. Eat my fumes. Oh. There we go. Thanks for finishing the job for me, Artemis.
A warm-up for later. In the name of Hades.
Alright, what are our options here? Yeah, we'll take Drunken Flourish. Our punches are now purple. Yellow and purple. I do really like the Magnet Cutter and the ability to pull enemies around with it.
More of you, huh?
Yeah, sorry, Crystal Guy, I'm not gonna let you make everybody else invincible. Even if that means I have to pull you away from them.
Artemis!
All right, taking the shot.
That one's rearming.
If only I could see. Oh, it was over there. Okay. It's always the worst when Zagreus is like, that one's rearming, and I'm like, which one? Where?
Over there. Feeling
Max
sorry.
life up. Let's go for the coin. No, no, I'm not letting you rearm. You try to grow arms and legs, and I'll just pop over there and punch you. Right in the nose. Boom. Oh, it only took out its shields, huh?
All right, taking the shot.
There we go. More coin. Okay, darkness or nectar. Let's go for the nectar. I don't have enough nectar right now.
You can't stop me.
Oh, I actually pulled that one enemy out of the like great bow attack. Saved his life and then was like, here, let me punch you in the gut. Do I think I can beat the boss on this floor? Yeah, probably. I may have to use up a Death Defiance, though. I am hoping that there'll be some food in the well there.
Don't come back.
But we're only on, like, Heat 2 right now, so I'm not too worried. And you know what, even if I do lose a Death Defiance, I have enough gold to buy another Kiss of the Sticks. The boss is hard, yeah. Mainly because it's 2-on-1. So, you know, you kind of have to just keep that in mind. My sort of preferred strategy is I take down Asterius first. Because Theseus starts, you know, using boons when he gets into half health.
Picked up their scent.
Yeah, they are one of the tougher bosses. I mean, that is why they're the, like, you know, second last boss, right? Yeah, you always kill the animal one first. Yeah, that's what I do. And just don't hit the other one, yeah. I don't necessarily try to avoid hitting Theseus. It's just I don't focus on him. Oh, something I mentioned to you a while back. If you notice, I only have one cast, right? That's an option on the other side of the mirror. So if I throw the cast, it just, you know, evaporates, and then there's a cooldown, and then it regenerates, so I don't have to go and pick it up. That's something I like. Let's see. Hydrolite, yes. That will help. Do we care about that? You know what? It's like 75 gold. Sure, let's buy everything. And let's go to the shop, and hopefully we will be able to buy some food here. Wow, no food, really? Fine, be like that, Charon. But I will smash your pottery collection. Max HP up. Ooh, splitting headache. Yeah, we'll take splitting headache.
What a team.
Granted, I don't have pressure points, so it's really only gonna trigger crits on my cast or when I summon Artemis, but still. Yeah, no, I don't need to give you any nectar right now.
At last. You stop right there, blackguard, and make your plans for death. I think not. To all our fans, we dedicate this fight to you.
Wait, can I see my yeah, I can see my fan in the fight. That's good. I do love that Zagreus has a dedicated fan here. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have charged towards him as he was about to throw the spear at me.
How now, demon?
And we'll save that greater call, I think. Just so we can, you know, have Artemis take the shot at Theseus. Because Theseus is a jerk. Oh, okay, 1 Death Defiance down. That's fine. That was expected. And as long as I have semi-decent luck in the Well of Charon, then we're fine. Alright. Why don't you have a drink with me there, Theseus? Okay, so he's summoning Poseidon. Oh, yeah, let's get hit there. That's fine. Oh, that's Reyes. There we go. I guess he just couldn't handle his drink. It's true, but let's, you know, it was. Thank you for always supporting me. Just too good. I mean, I don't know. I lost a life on that fight, but I suppose that kind of comes with, you know, sinking like 100 or 200 hours in this game. And you know, it always comes down to what boons you have, right? If you have a bad boon combination, that makes life very difficult. Ah, no kiss of the sticks. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we will head upwards.
I can do this. I can do this.
That's right, Zag. The most important thing is believing in yourself.
No more debt to deal with, at least.
And you know, having a side hustle does help. Being like, I'm gonna buy all the things. Okay, what do we have? Zeus, Dionysus, and Hermes. Or I can buy another diamond. Maybe we'll keep that in mind. But I think I did hear a fish somewhere.
I think I see a fish.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't see it. I heard it first. Just going splish splash. I'm a fish. But don't trust your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you here. Close your eyes and expand your senses.
What lurks in the waters of the surface?
I mean, I don't think these are the waters of the surface, Zag. You know, they're red like blood. These are still waters of the underworld. Okay. Let's do lightning first. I'm sad that there's not another Artemis boon, though, so that I would have a chance to get pressure points. But life is life, I suppose. I mean, the little rats are actually really good in this, just because every time I finish somebody with a special, I recover 3 health. And I do love that side hustle triggers on all of these doors. It's great. Oh. I don't like these enemies, though. If you're not careful, their lasers will just chew through your health. Life be life, yeah. It's just so cruel and unfair. Oh. Wait, let's see if I can time this properly. Yes, I can. I can, That's right, just slice through everybody there. And let's get out of the gas attack. Oop. That was close. Oh, wow, I didn't get poisoned there. Nice. I didn't get poisoned there either. Excellent. Let's just keep cheating and using the saw blades. Granted, I'm not going to get anything out of Lambent Plume if I play it slow like that. Backstab? It hit it from the side. What are you talking about, game? Like, sure, it wasn't a trap kill because it didn't kill it, but that was in no way a backstab. Oh, yeah, let's dodge into the poison gas cloud. Oh, and let's get poisoned. Oh yeah, just cheat, it makes it easier. Yeah, I mean, the downside is it's a bit slower though, right? But with poison in play, I can't be as reckless and as I normally am.
In the name of Hades.
Okay, what do we have? Bellowing Strength, Storm, Lightning, or Clouded Judgment. We will absolutely take Clouded Judgment. Just a straight up increase when whenever we give or take damage. I mean, it's faster than to die and retry. That is absolutely true. Yeah, what was it? Clouded Judgment? Yeah. Clouded Judgment is probably the second best god support, like the call support build up. The other one being the one from Hermes, where you just get like a pure 1% per second, which is just hilariously good. Let's see what Dionysus has for us. Oh no, poison. Poison, poison, poison. Poison again. Please. Yeah, that's the one downside with the giant rats here is they poison you and there's not a ton of room to dodge. Oh yeah, let's get poisoned again. Excellent. Okay, well, at least we're punching it fast enough that it doesn't get the chance to attack us back. Oh, yeah, let's get poisoned. I think the healing ability from the sword is really broken for this area. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. I think I like that one if you can get it really early, because then anytime you have a chance for a Centaur Heart or just increasing your amount of health, then you just go for that. Because the real downside is, you know, that it cuts your max HP so much that the bosses become a little scary. There, let's increase some health and we'll just try to finish them off with our special. With our, like, bloody fists or whatever it's called. That's true, but early on it's really dope. Yep, I agree with that. Just a second, need to stretch for a second. You know what, let's have a drink too. Let's stay hydrated. One of the duo boons I really like is Demeter and Athena. And basically when you don't have any Death Defiances left, you just start healing. It's great. And at least, you know, we do have strong drink here, so whenever we run into the fountain, we just heal back to full. Oh, yeah, let's get poisoned. And we get stronger, which is nice. But yeah, the gloves are fun because they're so aggressive, but I find that I do end up getting poisoned a lot with them. I think the gloves are probably the most aggressive weapon. Oh yeah, let's get poisoned again. Flee! Flee! At least we do have a bit of healing on this. It's not a ton, but it is some. Did I say you could stand there and shoot lasers at me? Man, it's kind of scary how... Oh, yeah, let's just get taken down by the giant blade. Oh, yeah, and then let's get poisoned again. Excellent plan. Alright. And the sound that the satyrs make when they shoot their poison darts is so disgusting. Oh, not the one I wanted to pull. That's fine. Again, still not the one I wanted to pull. I guess we can just wall slam it against the wall. There, let's heal up a bit. And since we're not trying for the lambent plume right now, we can just keep hitting it with our special and heal 5.
My reward. Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, what are our options here? Peer pressure is fun. I wonder if this is max life, right? You know, let's take after party right now, just because that'll heal us up. Because we are running a little bit low on the sauce. Okay, and we almost have enough for that diamond. Let's go for max HP. There we go. It paid off a little bit. And just the rats. It's great. Just keep spamming Y. Wow, we healed a lot there. We healed like another 30% just by, you know, finishing all the little rats with the special. Uh-oh, poison. I mean, it's really unfair that the other rats can't cross the gap. Because I can and they can't. So I guess the satyrs can, you know, shoot across the gap, so there is that. We do have to finish them off first. Alright. Onwards and upwards.
A centaur heart.
Okay, so we found the heart. Max life went up.
Fit for a huge three-headed hound.
Ha. So,
Okay, I'm good.
I'm not sure I want to go after the remaining doors. It might be worth it if we could find the well, but there are boss fights behind both of these doors, so we are sort of more likely, I think, to actually lose out than win. But we could buy the diamond. But do I want to buy the diamond, or do I want to buy 500, 950, 1100? I can buy all 3 boons. You know what? The diamond is a permanent. So, excuse me. We will take that. We will take that instead. Well, maybe you want to marry someone, so a diamond would be good for that. That is true. Maybe I'll give it to the house contractor and have them upgrade the house, you know. Pays off in the long run. Yeah, we'll take the diamond. Why not? Oh, and I still have enough to buy this boon from Dionysus, so that worked out okay. Hangover afflicted foes inflicted on other foes near them every 4 seconds. We could take that. Or do we want another 20 max HP? And a nectar. You know what, we'll take this to get the max HP up. Maybe not the best play, but whatever. Who's a good dog, Cerberus? That's right, it's you.
The time has come for a short break and snack.
I can go.
Alright, let's go fight Pops. Let's see if we can keep this winning streak going.
I'm here, Father. Come on.
Let's go!
Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the outcome shall be just the same as how it always was.
You know, it's not the same as it always was. I get different dialogue each time, and I get to meet my mother. So you know what, it's not the definition of insanity. Because the result does change.
Beats having to toil away under your overbearing supervision. And besides, as you may be aware, I've recently made up my mind to leave this place.
You know, I don't know if he knows that. I think he might be like, what are you talking about? But, let's do this.
Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I've grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now prepare.
It's time to duel. I do love how he just burns his cloak off there. Yes, I did get him before he went invisible. Oh yes, and my dodge chance proc there. The problem I have is sometimes I just don't get out of the way of the large punishing sweep that he does. Oh, got hit with boiling blood there. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, we have greater call.
Nowhere to hide from me.
You are the prey, not me. Darkness.
The built-in dodge chance is nice. Hey Guardian, how are you doing today? Did you have a good sleep?
Plan to handle this yourself.
hey, we can heal in this fight by killing his minions. Does Hades' moveset change every time you fight him? No, it does not. He has a specific moveset for each stage of the fight. So in the first stage, he has specific moves. Second stage, he has specific moves. And then if you take the higher level Extreme Measures pack, he has a third life bar. And he has different moves for that as well. I've never managed to beat him with the third life bar. But as part of that, as part of the third health bar, he actually summons Cerberus to help him. And then Cerberus does like bombing runs. It's this whole thing. It's wonderful. I slept for like 9 hours. Nice, that's good to hear. Oh, Artemis, let's... There we go. Haven't beat him yet, that's true. I do truly dare. Oh, Solar Beam. Okay, let's get behind the rock. I think we're in okay shape, though. We have a lot of health. We have a good call to support us. And, you know, we have 2 Death Defiances. Oh, and then I say that... Oh, no, get out of the way, get out of the way. Didn't you have Artemis last night? Yes, I think I probably did. On at least one of the runs. Oh yeah, just pin me in the corner. Oh yeah, let's get caught in the trap there. Artemis is, one of my favorite gods, to be honest. Hey, Commander Zender, how are you doing tonight? Back at it again, the eternal cycle of trying to leave the house, yep. Actually, the reason I'm streaming this morning was I had to kind of end things rather abruptly last night, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling the urge, let's do it again. So, you know, bonus Saturday morning stream. Don't mind me just lurking while dinner be cooking? No, completely fair. Thank you for dropping by. Lurking is always great. Oh, let's avoid Solar Beam. I'm sure the move actually has a proper name, but it's always Solar Beam in my mind. Oh. There we go. Get behind the column. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, can we beat him without losing any Death Defiances? Apparently not. That's okay. We still have, you know... We're still in good shape. Take the shot. Oh, it wasn't enough to finish him off. There we go.
The world you seek out there, it's even crueler than the one you know.
It's true. Greek mythology is really messed up sometimes.
Are you yet satisfied?
I mean, hey, we've upped our winning streak. Current streak is now 4. And we still didn't get a title. That's unfortunate. I wonder what actually decides when you get a title. 'Cause for a while I thought you just always got one. Damn, he's too good. I mean, you know, I am, in the grand scheme of things, I've actually seen some insane things. A while back after Hades first came out, I saw an article about somebody who was like doing speed runs with a custom controller. And the custom controller was like an actual pomegranate that they wired up to act as a controller. So, you know, I can't say I'm that crazy. But, you know, I like Hades, and I've sunk a lot of hours into it, so... And we're finally far enough in that we have some of the supports that make playing the game a lot easier. Okay, so... Let's get our Titan's Blood. Bounty claimed. Titan's Blood. Yet. Well, yeah, there's always that one guy who is nuts. That's true. I can't say that I would ever think to play the game on a pomegranate, but that is hilarious. All right, and there's no fish up here. This is something I didn't know before, is that there is a possibility for fish to spawn up here. Hey, Orcish Engineer, how are you doing this morning? Yeah, upgraded mirror and weapons make the game so much easier, absolutely. There is the Pact of Punishment, which disables some of your mirror upgrades, and I almost never take that one. Yeah, the earth fish are crazy. Oh, wow, okay, no, you know, when I was saying that fish could spawn up there, I've never known that a fish could spawn this far, too. I'm just learning so much while I'm streaming this. I always thought the last place they could spawn was in, like, Hades' boss room. Doing good, just listening to it again while playing some games. That's completely fair. I hope that, you know, I provide some good background track for you. So now, your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Expand your senses. Become one with the fish. We got a sturgeon. One with the fish, yes. Yeah, no, I find it easier to actually do the fishing just by closing my eyes and just listening to the sound to know when to grab it. The funny thing was, on stream last night, I did that, and then right as I'm fishing, somebody followed me, so it really startled me. It was pretty funny. Let's talk to Mom.
I made it, Mother. Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most.
Cerberus is a good dog.
But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
He never put it away.
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. In the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
I think everybody wants you back. Taken by the sticks.
The queen.
Alright. Another round down. Let's see if we can keep this winning streak going, shall we?
Yeah, you are the queen.
Okay, we have 3 nectars, so we should give some nectars to people. Okay. The queen must come back, yes. Surely we can sort everything out.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Just come on in.
Okay, what do you have?
You're getting somewhere with that codex, lad. I'm pleased to see it. My duties to the house have meant that lately I can't travel quite as much as once I did.
I'll try to travel for the both of us, Achilles. I've seen so little other than these walls.
Actually, you know what? I want to check something. Let's check the codex. Let's check others of note. And Patroclus. Okay, so I need to keep some nectar on the hand to give to Patroclus. Okay. Okay, no Thanatos there. Let's talk to Cerberus.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward the prince.
And you know Cerberus needs some pets too. Cerberus is a good dog. Alright, and let's talk to Father.
Question for you, Father. The name Kore happen to mean anything to you by any chance?
What? Where did you... Ah, the cold witch brought it up, did she? Never repeat that name again. Not here, nor anywhere. You hear me, boy? Know only this. The one called by that name despised it even more than I.
So let's see. Demeter's daughter went missing. She wound up down here. I happened. Mother left. Demeter and everyone else on Olympus apparently has no idea. That about right? Tell me what happened.
Let's just talk things out as a family. Surely we can sort it out if we all communicate.
I'll tell you nothing. Keep meddling in matters that you cannot understand, and you'll incur the wrath of Olympus on all that you hold dear. And know that it is not for my sake that I'm warning you.
I happened, yep. Words, words, words. Absolutely.
Hide the truth forever.
I can't remember where I read it, but there is like a stupid amount of dialogue in Hades. There was some article I read at some point that was like, that listed how much exactly it was, but it was a lot. Do I want to save up for this one, the gateway to Erebus? Because all of these are fun, but this one actually adds another challenge. Basically, you drop into a lower level, and then you get attacked for like a stage. And if you win, you get like a higher quality reward. But if you get hit once, you get an onion that heals you for one health. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I think we will save up for this one.
Hope Orpheus is okay.
I never doubted you.
Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think. And he knows that he was better with her than without.
More than 2,000 lines. 21,000. Just a sec. Sec. 212,020 lines. Yeah, that would be true. Are you playing on +5 heat though? Really don't get much use of it till at least 10 heat. Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, it's a fun challenge in and of itself. Like right now I'm on heat 1/heat 2, just because, you know, this is a clean file.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings. But it sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
It's always really embarrassing when you're like, you're right at the very end and then you accidentally get clipped. And then you're like, oh, I guess I have to eat the onion now.
She did she?
Just weeping as in shame as you choke down the onion for the one health.
You know,
Hey, Meg.
While I was brutal squaring off against the three of you, I have to say, Meg, I was happy you were with your sisters. Nothing like a common cause for bringing bitter rivals together, right?
You have your pact of punishment to thank for our reunion there. We have to answer to its terms. But my sisters and I, we got on better than I had expected. I will give you that.
So you've patched things up then? Going to start spending more quality time together and all that?
Let's not get carried away. A work assignment forcing our cooperation is not exactly a big step in the quality of our relationship.
But it's a step.
Okay, hey Dusa.
Dust at the halls, dust at the library, dust at the sconces, dust at the doorknobs, dust at the chairs.
For a second there, I apparently misread that as dusted the scones, and I'm like, if you have to dust your scones, that's, I think they've been sitting out for a little too long. You probably shouldn't eat them. Aw, Cerberus is the employee of the month. That's adorable. I love it. Let's go drop off our catch of the day with the chef.
Water-dwelling beast for you, good chef.
And what did we all get? Nectar up, Titan's Blood up, gems up. Excellent. And what is the deal of the day? 10 gems for a nectar? We'll take that deal. That's a great deal. 10 gems instead of 50? Absolutely. And you know what? Since we have a bunch of nectar, let's make some friends. Here you go, Dusa.
Oh my, Your Highness, are you really sure you want me to have this?
Just some nectar, Dusa. Something I do for my friends.
I really am, Dusa. I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Meg.
Hey, Meg. I thought I'd better hand this over.
You know, it's contraband. We wouldn't want anyone to get in trouble.
I'll confiscate that if you really want. Although I'm warning you, I'm not susceptible to bribes. Many have tried.
Hey, I'm just handing over contraband to the appropriate authorities. Think nothing of it, Meg. Just doing our jobs, right?
Alright, and let's go give Nyx some nectar. Because she did raise us.
Possibly accept such generosity, my child. Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nyx. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that.
Alright. Let's see what we have. Okay, we don't have enough darkness. This Fated Persuasion is just taunting me here. I do want to have at least one roll on it. Although... I don't remember where this one maxes out. Yeah, we'll keep saving. Alright, let's go see what weapon we're going to be using this run. Hey, Skelly. Oh, the gun.
Being serious here, pal? You brought that all this way for little old me? That's real nice of you.
You're not so bad yourself, mate. Thanks for always being here for me to savagely attack without a second thought.
Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not being paid to not tell you that last part.
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
Alright, so we are taking Exegriff for bonus darkness and bonus gems. And we've already maxed out the aspect of Zagreus because I like the bonus ammo capacity. Don't know how that works. Let's just keep going with this one. And which keepsake are we going to use? We have maxed out the Lambent Plume, and the gun is honestly not very good for this one. At least as far as I play it. You know, let's do the Blood-Filled Vial. Ares' support is fun when you know, are shooting a ton of attacks. Inflicting doom on your attack is good. And we'll just keep playing with Jury Summons and Extreme Measures. Because that's a good one. And then... next time, once we hit 3, we'll switch over to Forced Overtime.
Just go, pal. You can do it.
Thanks for believing in me, Skelly. Begin our escape.
Won't get bounties any faster with this extra heat.
Oh, wait, did I mess that up? Oh, I messed that up. So I guess we're going on Heat 2 when we haven't even done Heat 1 yet. I'll have to remember that we can actually go back to Heat 1 after for Exegriff.
Why, you are wielding Exegriff, the Rail of Adamant. A most fascinating device. Imagine the new face of war should its secrets someday be revealed. Spread to mortal kind.
Harder mode? Yep, absolutely. I mean, Exegriff is just not, it's not, like, period appropriate. It is hilarious, though. You know, it's like, oh, we have, like, a sword. We have a spear. We have a shield. You know, we have some boxing gloves. And then, gun. Let's take Curse of Agony. The gun goes rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. I mean, who doesn't like a good old gun? Ooh, okay, what are the two options? Gold or hammer of wow, Daedalus hammer. For a second there I was about to say Dionysus. I'm like, that's not the right person. Oh. Almost caught me there, but you weren't quick enough. What do we have? Okay, Hazard Bomb. Your special deals 300 or plus 300% damage in a large area and can hurt you. This is scary. I don't like this one. Explosive Fire. Attack deals damage in the area and briefly slows foes. I do like this one. And foes targeted by your special move slower and take plus 30 damage. No, we'll take Explosive Fire. And Darkness Key. Let's go see Chaos. Because Chaos's boons are nice. What do you have for me today?
It is not unexpected that you consorted with the violent Ares and now bear his boon. He still worships me, you know. Yet I would say he does not know me very well.
Okay, what do we have? Defeated enemies toss an Inferno Bomb at you. Afterwards, your attack deals 35% more. 73% more foes. This one is annoying. You do plus 35 damage on special. Or you move slower and you gain more health. We're gonna take... they're gonna throw bombs at us when they lose, and we deal more damage on attack. I love Chaos. Feels really strong sometimes. Yep. There are some really good ones. The one I really like is the one that gives you a second cast. But there are a ton of really good options here. For the longest time when I was playing it, I just avoided Chaos because I didn't like the health penalty. And then I realized, hey, Chaos's boons are amazing. Plus there is the prophecy for Chaos's boons and like the curses as well. Oh. Ow, and I get hit by the bomb. I need to learn how to dodge. Oh, yeah, and let's just walk onto the spike trap there. Excellent plan. Alright, ooh, and we get to go see our buddy Sisyphus. So we haven't talked enough with Sisyphus yet, but at a certain point you get to actually talk to Boldy. And you can offer Boldy Nectar, which gives you like a custom boon for whatever run, which is fun.
Your Highness, you really shouldn't have. Thank you for not forgetting about me.
Why dodge when you can just kill the enemies fast enough? You don't need to do it.
You're always a sight for sore eyes out here, Sisyphus. Thank you for always believing in me.
Word is you caused quite the hubbub in Elysium, Prince Ed. Making the champion up there really work for it, I hear.
I mean, you know, with the amount of times I've beaten the champion, shouldn't I be the champ? Maybe every time they challenge me, they're like, I'm the champion, but it's really like a desperate plea, like, I need to beat Zagreus so we can become the champion again.
You could say that, I guess. Apparently word gets around. That Theseus, though, he doesn't care for me one bit, let me tell you.
I bet he'd like you better if you were a regular pushover. Ah, well, he'll learn, I'm sure.
Honestly, my favorite bit of dialogue is early in the game before you ever fight the champion. Zagreus is like, oh my god, is the champion gonna be Hercules? And then it's just disappointed that it's Theseus. They're just your biggest fans and just want to get the touch from you. Let's take the gold.
Certainly, Highness.
Alright, and ooh, Zeus, okay. Let's see what Zeus has for us today. Oh, it's the giant stone. Alright, the giant enemy Doomstone. And let's try to avoid all the explosives. Or just run into the laser beams. You know, great plan. There we go. What do you have for me today, Uncle Zeus?
Ares, are you, nephew? Would that you were my son instead of he, but no, I jest. Here, take my blessing, please.
Alright, what do we have? Yeah, we'll take Thunder Dash. Thunder Dash is fun. And more gold, sure. I will not complain about more gold. And as I'm running a little bit short on health, we will take a peek in the well after to see if I can maybe buy just a titch. Just a titch of health. Let's try to avoid all the explosions here. Avoid the explosions and then get hit by the poison darts. Centaur Soul? Yeah, we'll take that. And then, okay, Centaur Heart or the shop. I think we might, this might be the last room before the first boss fight. So let's do the shop. Was I right? I was not right. Ooh, 150 for Hermes. We're absolutely taking that. And, okay, we didn't get Side Hustle, which is what I really would have hoped to get this early, because that would have been amazing. That being said, we're going to take Greater Evasion, because that 10% dodge chance is so nice. And you know what? Let's... Ooh, do I want to spend the money to get another boon from Zeus? Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Why, here I am, young man, in such strange circumstances, I might add. Luckily, the boatman Charon is much easier to get a hold of than your father.
Okay, what do we have? Zeus's Aid. It's epic level. Static Discharge is nice, though. You know what? Yeah, we'll take Zeus's Aid. I very rarely take his call. But let's do it. It's epic. Hey, Charon. And you know what? You've been a good friend to me, so here, have some nectar. So insightful. Just has such a way with words.
Enjoy it, Charon, mate. Don't go thinking I'm just being kind to get you to lower your prices for me. That would be unconscionable.
It would be. This is a gift. It's not a bribe. I swear. Gift and not a bribe. Okay. And we have increased affection with him. I like that you can steal from him. Yeah, that's true. I don't often take that one just because he is a scary, scary boss. I tried it twice and also died twice. Yeah, he is pretty scary. I suppose it probably would get easier if somebody just constantly took it whenever they had the chance and then just got his attack patterns down. But he is very tough. So I have really only done it when I was achievement hunting. Let's dodge that bomb. Yeah, and then let's just miss with our explosives. There we go. Oop. Just got a bit too close there. That was my mistake. The giant scary guy was swinging a big club at me and I did not get out of the way. There we go. Our curse is gone now.
The power of the gods.
Okay. Let's up our Curse of Agony.
Better blessing.
Oh, it's the same fight whether you take him in Tartarus versus Elysium, and you're a whole lot stronger in Elysium. That's true. I didn't notice that. Or that it was the same fight. Normally, I think it only gets offered once per run. I don't think I've ever seen it get offered more than once per run, but I could absolutely be wrong about that. Let's do some gems. And we are stronger now. And now enemies don't throw bombs at us when they die. Alright, let's grab those gems. And gems and a mini-boss fight, or keys in the mini-boss fight. Let's do gems again.
Numbskulls.
Oh, and this time we'll have to remember not to just accidentally walk past the treasure trove. We'll have to see what it is. Got my fingers crossed that it'll be some health. Just because I am running a bit low on health. More gems. And let's see. Yes, Trove Trial. Restore up to 150 health. We will absolutely take that. Oh, thanks for the lurk there, Naval. Yes, I finally added the lurk command. So I think the last time you tried to use it, I hadn't set it up yet. Oh, that's where the final boss. Final boss is just the witch.
I shall deal with you later then.
That's that.
It's just more that, you know, just more that somebody is, you know, not like being active in chat and stuff. Just that they're kind of chilling. Oh, and there's a fishing spot. Oh, no! I was standing too close to the door. I meant to cast my, my fishing rod there and not walk through the door. Mistakes were made. Chilling like a villain, absolutely. Okay, so I don't have enough money to buy anything except for food, and we're already at full health, so we'll just keep going up.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Okay, so Stephanie is the main enemy here. That's right.
Please, I'm not a murderer. You don't have to do this.
Anybody I kill comes back. Except for maybe the rats. They might just, like, breed so quick that they respawn by the time I fight my way back out. I'm not 100% clear on how that works exactly. Honestly, I think Persephone is probably the easiest of the three sisters. And Alecto is personally the most annoying. Oh.
This again.
There we go. The Furies have been defeated.
Go wrongfully accuse somebody else.
Exactly, I'm innocent.
This can unlock a hidden aspect of my weapons.
That can. It's true. Okay, let's heal back up.
You're not permitted to leave, Tartarus.
Oh, and I could have bought the Centaur Soul, but I don't have enough money. So I guess that is not happening today.
Up we go.
Up we go indeed.
Check.
Alright.
Soon, Bone Hydra.
Ooh, yes, Hermes boon. We've already got one. Maybe this one will have side hustle on it. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. That's enough of you. Oh, yeah, let's just stand in the magma. Great plan.
It's Hermes.
Hello, friend.
I wonder how I got this fast, cuz. Lots of practicing, I'll tell you that. And being born unnaturally quick.
Okay, side hustle. Yes, there we go. Okay, gems or darkness. Oh yeah, and then we'll just accidentally step in the magma there. Darkness. Because we want that 1000 darkness so we can get the reroll ability. Plus 12 darkness, thank you. What do we have? Power Palm or the shop? Well, we'll have to go for the Power Palm because we don't have the money to buy anything. Personally, I don't like going to the shop if you have less than like 300 gold. Oh, and there is a treasure trove here, so we may have to take a stab at that. That's right. Crumble to dust. All right, what do we have? You know what? Let's up the Doom as well on our main attack. Trove Trial to earn up to 150 gold. Okay, that's good. And let's just see what our options going forward. Dionysus or Ares. Oh, and there's a shop here. Hydrolite. Hydrolite's not terrible. Yeah, let's do this, and then if we're really beaten up, we'll buy the Hydrolite.
Again with your tampering.
No time to lose.
That's quite enough.
114. Thank you. And you know what? We will take the Hydrolite. Why not? It's 45 gold. It's fine. And let's do our elite enemy battle for Ares. Oh, it's the Barge of Death.
The Barge of Death is always here for me.
Let's go on an adventure. Do 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 do. Alright, first enemy pile down. Yeah, let's just dodge into the explosion there. Great plan. And there we go. We've cleared the Barge of Death.
Lord Ares.
Okay. Slicing Shot is fun, but... and Blood Frenzy, what's an epic level Blood Frenzy? That's mainly good for the final fight with Hades, because that's when you're going to lose. Or where you're going to be most likely to actually trigger a Death Defiance. And then just get plus 30 for the remainder of the encounter. I wonder, I don't know if Blood Frenzy stacks if you trigger Death Defiance more than once. It'd be really cool if it did. I guess, my guess would be that it doesn't, but, you know what, I am going to take Epic level Blood Frenzy. Why not? And some more gold, because Side Hustle is amazing. And, oh, there's some enemies. Please stay away from me. I don't want you hitting me with your very long and scary nails. They look sharp.
Place is crawling with these.
Okay, apparently I didn't dash through the bomb there. I just, you know, took it right in the face.
Nice.
Okay, Ares versus Zeus. Yeah, sure. That's gonna be what we're gonna take. Duel of the Gods. They just get so mad when you pick one or the other. Okay. And we are gonna side with Ares.
Neutrality was not an option here.
Impending Doom, it does more damage but takes an additional half a second to activate. Yeah, we'll do that.
My blessing isn't good enough for you. Is that the way of it, young man? How impetuous of you. I never.
I think really if we're ever in a situation where a half second is the difference between life or death, we've already screwed up so badly that, well, we're probably not going to survive going forward anyway.
Let's give them a show. Load it up.
Just keep moving so we don't get struck by lightning.
Useless.
You're over here somewhere, aren't you? There you are. All right. What do you have for me, Lord Uncle Zeus?
Me again like that. You hear me, young man? I think you do. So let's put this to bed and move along.
Sounds good. Okay. Let's take high volt. Ooh. All of these are good. Actually, you know what? Let's take static discharge instead. Yeah, static discharge. Okay, and what do we have? Shop or power palm? Let's go for the shop. Because we have 450 gold. And nowhere else to spend it. Oh, we're right before the boss fight? Okay, let's, Hey, Artemis. Pressure points. Yes, pressure points is so good with the gun. Just because you're firing off so many shots. Absolutely, we'll take pressure points. And you know what? Yeah, we'll spend the rest of it on a Centaur Heart. And we are in good shape, so let's continue onwards.
Remember me?
Okay, where are you? Crawl out of the magma. Oh, there you are. I do need to get a boon on my special at some point. Okay. He is invincible. I do love when you can take out 2 of the smaller heads at the same time. That is fun. Brings me great feelings of joy. And we do have a greater call, but Zeus isn't as good as Artemis for this. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to use the call anyway. Ugh.
No more heads.
Yes, you were chilling like a villain. That's good to hear. Just got a big dramatic chair and just posing intimidatingly. Alright. Let's head upwards. We've got our diamond. Side hustle. Excellent. And we didn't lose a life, so we don't need to worry about buying Kiss of the Sticks, but we will buy that life essence just to, you know, top off our health a little bit more. And we are back in Elysium.
Much nicer climate.
Okay, what do we have? Daedalus Hammer or Power Palm? Well, there's no question here. Daedalus Hammer. Oh, I definitely didn't dodge fast enough there. You know, I dodged in a way that, you know, threw me under the chariots instead of the way that, you know, kept me safe. I suppose mistakes were made. That's enough out of you. Oh. Whoops, I forgot about the archer. Let's get rid of him. Or, you know, let's just shoot at the wall there instead of actually shooting at the chariot. Also a good plan, I think.
Let's see how we can modify the rail.
Cluster bombs, yes. Cluster bomb is fun. Sure, each one deals less damage, but that's okay. It does mean that we need to get something on our special. And I think I heard a fish there. Fishy, fishy, fishy. There we go. There is fishy. Now close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. Cast out the line.
Come on up. Looks like a clam.
Not a clam. Okay, what do we have? Artemis or Ares? Well, I think we're going to take Ares this time. Sorry, Artemis. We already have power points, and I want some Doom on my special as well. Alright, what do we have?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, Curse of Pain, your special inflicts doom. Yes, we will be taking that one. Our cluster bombs are even scarier now. More gold, more max HP. We will take max HP. Let's go eat a centaur heart.
More strongbows.
Sorry, I'm not letting you respawn. Alright, let's grab that Centaur Heart. And what do we have? Poseidon or the Power Palm? You know what? I don't really want Poseidon. Just because this late in the game, picking up another boon from him is not the best, I don't think. I guess, you know, there's some support ones which are like, you know, more darkness or more gold, or he just gives you a bunch of items. But I think personally, if you're playing Poseidon, you want to start getting his boons very early in the game. Because, again, while he's not my favorite god, there is some builds with him where you just utterly tear through the bosses. But we're going to take the Power Palm this time. There we go.
Gods grant me strength.
All palmed up. We could upgrade Curse of Pain, or we could upgrade... You know, let's upgrade Impending Doom, just because it applies to both our special and our... attack. And I'm guessing this is the last one before the boss, so we'll take the shop. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. Well, we will take the extra heart here, and we'll take... Oh, let's blow that up to get some more gold. And let's take the boon from Zeus. Oh, it's just the it's just the soul catcher. Sorry, did I say that you could rearm? I don't think I said that.
Okay.
There we go. Don't think we had to fight a single one that grew arms or legs. Excellent. Okay. When you take any damage, foe is struck by lightning. That revenge is fun. Yeah, we'll take it. Why not? Coin or Power Palm? Let's go for some more coin. To be fair, probably if I have the chance for it again, I do want to get Zeus's boon for the cast. Let's dodge that beam attack from the Great Sword. Wait, that beam attack from the Great Sword, I never thought about it, but it is technically similar to the one upgrade from the hammer, where you get the beam attack. Oh, here's the witch. Gold, gold, gold. Darkness or nectar? Let's go for the nectar. Alright, what else do we have? You know, when there's a ton of witches, that is irritating, but it's not as bad as the Witch's Coven elite enemy on Asphodel. Especially if you don't have the Divine Dash from Athena. There you go, that's enough out of you. Nectar up. And shop or heart, we'll take the shop again. Because this time for real, I think it's the last one. There wasn't any food like I hoped, so now we're gonna skip on the Aphrodite boon. Keep our gold for later.
Try as you might, monster, you shall not shake either my own resolve or that of my dear friend.
Just a sec, I should probably stretch before we go into this boss fight. Take a deep breath or two, and just get prepared for battle. Okay. I hate you, Theseus. Oh yeah, Theseus is a jerk. I like Asterius much more than Theseus. Well, if you're gonna prevail for the fans in the stands, I will as well, because I have that one fan that believes in me. I mean, I'm doing fine, Theseus. Why is he so strong when he talks like that? I mean, mythologically speaking, Theseus is a jerk. He abandoned Ariadne. He got her help to get through the labyrinth, promised he'd marry her, and then abandoned her. What a putz. Oh, darn it. Got a little bit too close there. Damn, I hate him even more now. Oh. Come on, we can survive this. I don't want to lose a second Death Defiance here because that's embarrassing. There we go. Ooh. The heck are you playing and reading what people are saying in chat? I don't know. I mean, I did lose one Death Defiance and I almost got a second one there, so maybe it's not the best. But let's raise our fist and cheer for the fans. Thank you for dressing up as me, my shade. And let's heal up a bit there. Kiss the sticks. Thank you. And I was hoping there would be another health boon here, but that's fine. We got the kiss of the sticks. That's the most important bit.
Yes.
All right. Get some gold by, you know, smashing up some pottery. All right. And hey, at least we do get +3 every time we walk through a door. Okay, so there's Titan's Blood. I'm not as worried about getting that as I am the diamonds, because, you know, we do have a good backlog of Titan's Blood. If we could get something good from Hermes, though, that might be a good thing. Use Ares keepsake for the entire run. Figured you would have swapped out at Asphodel. Oh, that is a good point. I guess I'm bad about swapping out keepsakes. Usually I just pick one and stay with it for the entire run. But I don't have my favorite keepsake yet. It's like the Palm Blossom. That one I really like. Actually, I guess the keepsake you get from Patroclus is really nice as well. Let's do... I love that there's just a random Demeter boon here. Let's do Ares first. I know some people do like constantly swap out, but I don't. Probably is a good idea to do it more often than I do, but it is what it is, right? All right. Let's just call in artillery strikes against the giant rats. It's the only way to be sure. Oh, and then let's get poisoned. Because I stepped in their gross droppings. General strat for me is 2 different Olympian keepsakes starting out, and then utility keepsakes in the last 2 areas. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess in this point at least, I'm also trying to, you know, max out the keepsake. So, you know, running through the whole run with one does help when it comes to, you know, filling out the giving it like chambers to feed to it. Yeah, no, honestly, like 95% of the time I just keep a keepsake for the entire run. Alright, we cleared the room. Let's keep going. I do need to get an upgrade on my cast, just to make it a little better. That being said, Ares' upgrade is the Blade Rift, and I don't have the supporting boons to make the Blade Rift amazing. Like heavy metal, and I don't remember what the other one is, but one makes it bigger and makes it last longer, and the other one's like, hey, we'll suck enemies into your rift of blades. I think the satyrs are probably my least favorite enemy. Then again, the shield enemies are also pretty annoying. What do we have here, Ares? Slicing shot. No, we're gonna take epic level urge to kill. Just a plus 16% across the board. Okay, and we have another there. Ooh, and we do have enough for the Hermes. You know what? Let's go get this Demeter. This Demeter boon. Even though this will be the only one of hers that we have. She might give us a Crystal Beam, which I do like. It's always really fun. It'd be funny if there was like a heroic level rare crops here, right before the final boss fight. Okay. Just a second, I take a drink. Right. That's enough out of you. Okay, so I think this is probably the one that we're gonna find the Satyr Sack, because it does have the well, which I think probably has increased chances of being the right path. Always funny to me getting those kind of boons in the last possible place. Yeah, side hustle, life affirmation from Aphrodite. So very useful, absolutely. It's hilarious. Especially when you get like a top tier level side hustle and it's the very last boon you're buying in the game before you're walking through the final door. It's like, come on. Like, why couldn't this have been, you know, the first thing I ran into? But let's just think about this. You know what? Let's buy everything. Wait, undamaged foes. Sure. Get a little bit of health and, Oh, you're still not dead? Okay, there you go. The jolt it must have triggered when they tried to attack. And as I expected, yes.
Something for Cerberus.
Please give me Crystal Beam.
My daughter Corey disappeared. I left this mountaintop. Wandered the earth in search. Or not, of course. It was a necessary journey, I suppose. May yours fare better.
Okay, Crystal Beam. Yep, we'll take that. Because I love it. Sure, we don't get any of the supporting boons, which make it more fun, but that's okay. It will be a little stronger. Okay, and let's buy the boon from Hermes. Let's just double check what we have from him first. We have the dodge, greater evasion, and then the other one is side hustle. So yeah, we should probably get something good here.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Auto reload. Yeah, we'll take auto reload, especially with the crystal beam. Although swift flourish. I don't think we want greater haste. Let me just think about this for a second. Swift flourish is fun for the special going faster, but in this case, no, we're gonna take auto reload just so we can spam out the crystal beams faster. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then let's take this boon from Aphrodite as well.
Pleasure doing business.
Haha, life affirmation. Exactly what you said there, Orcish Engineer. Let's take Wave of Despair. Weaken him every time he hits us. Hello, who's a good dog there, Cerberus? That's right, it's you. Cerberus vanquished. He's fine. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I absolutely love the, like, defeat messages for Cerberus. So good.
You still don't understand.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The Fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong, and that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused, since you're so unwilling to do it yourself?
You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you.
Wait, I don't remember. Do we actually avoid the boss fight here? I don't think we do, but I could be wrong.
You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious?
And then Zagreus is just like, no, I'm gonna talk smack. Oh, yep, no, I definitely thought we were gonna have to do the boss fight here. Well, I will take the gems and the blood, and are there any fish around? Wait, I had heat too, though. Oh, did I actually claim the level below? I thought that worked differently when you were overheated. I thought you claimed the heat that you actually ran at, but then you could go back to the lower one. Oh, what? That's so funny. Yeah, no, I think this is the only time that this happens is with this specific bit of dialogue. But I could be wrong. I did think that we were actually gonna have to fight here. But I mean, I'll take the win.
Goodbye, Father.
We were in really good shape anyway, so it probably wasn't the best time for him to just be like, okay, you win this time. No fishies. Oh, there is a fish. Nice.
I think I see a fish.
But yeah, it's funny that when once you're actually in Greece, you don't hear the sound for the fish. Now we close our eyes, take a deep breath, and cast out the line.
Come forth, fishes. Come on out. Hey, it's a bass.
It's a bass. Awesome. All right. Where are you?
Zagreus, you're back.
Did I miss her? Where is she? Oh, she's just over here.
Mother, wait. What is all this?
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, we've got to like the first bit. This bit's awesome.
Oh, Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Gotta love how Zag's on a time limit before the university eats him into the sticks, but he decides to stop and fish before he sees his mom. Oh, you know, well, fishing is very important, right? The universe understands, no?
My arrival. I'm going. To your home. To Cerberus. Nyx. Your father.
You're... really? Mother, you're serious?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me. Rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
It actually would be pretty funny if, because I fished here, you know, I didn't get to see the actual, like, cinematic that goes along with this bit of dialogue. That would be comedy gold. Especially if there was, like, a bit of narration from, I'm assuming it's Homer, you know, saying something to that effect.
Join you, but wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Charon?
Doubtless he has pressing matters to attend to. So let's not keep him waiting any longer, son. Come on, then.
I'm still alive. But how?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Seriously. Though even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
Oh wow, that's such a cute feature. Yeah, this is a great cinematic. Especially the music.
Wait, isn't this Orpheus?
snow everywhere. Mother.
Oh no, waterfall. And we've arrived safely back at the House of Hades.
We're here.
This is embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
I think this is actually like right outside the first chamber.
That's quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open the gates!
You beat the game, nothing else to do, credits are rolling. It's actually really funny because
Many days tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here. But it's held on longer than I would have expected.
Achievement unlocked, the family secret. So yeah, it's actually really funny, because I mean, obviously the game hasn't been beaten yet, considering, you know, we're on Heat 1 and we still haven't maxed out affection with everyone. But it's really funny that I've got that cinematic and Orpheus starts singing, but like in story, I haven't grinded up enough affection with him that, he's in a place where he's willing to start singing yet. And then just during the cinematic there, he's like, Orpheus is singing.
Persephone,
Cerberus, I missed you so. And dutiful as ever, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Hades, you look tired. Though I am not the only one you ought to be apologizing to.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here.
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution. Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself. So are you going to help me or what?
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times.
I love it.
Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not me. Go on.
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
I really like the solution that they come up with here. Zag and Hades both seem to return through the Styx pool at the house. I wonder what happens, or if that happens with all the gods. It'd be pretty awkward if Demeter died somehow and then walked through the pool to see her own daughter. That is true. To be fair, I think the Trojan War is done, and that, mythologically speaking, was the time when most of the gods did, a little bit of temporary dying. I still don't remember who the one hero is that, had like a crazy kill streak on gods going. But there was one, and it's not one of the big names either. But yeah, that would be pretty awkward.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen.
Kratos. Yeah, no, it's not that. I want to say the hero's name starts with a D, but I could be wrong.
fighting out of here. It shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
Well, I mean, you're not killing him, you're just sending him home. A little bit aggressive, maybe, but, you know, it's not death. It's just a, hey, you're drunk, go home.
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth, in relative harmony. The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead.
I love this painting.
And even after all this time, Olympus never did discover what transpired there, in the underworld.
After all this time, it's only been a few days. But it's been good. Mother and father are back together, made some new friends, got this fancy painting. Easy. All is well in the underworld.
Queen returned. And then you can admire the painting.
I can't entirely get used to seeing us together like this.
All right. Wow, we've got to that was way sooner than I expected, honestly. So, that being said, I did say that today was going to be a bit of a shorter stream, so I think that's probably a good note to end on. But if you guys want to hang out for a minute or two, we can find somebody to raid. Thanks for coming, everybody, and I hope you all had a great time. I am going to be streaming again on Thursday. And now you might be saying, hey, Cobalt, that's not when you normally stream. What's up with that? And, well, I'll tell you. I'm thinking that I'm going to try to stream every day in September. And as part of that, you know, I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm going to be streaming every day in September. I figured I might take a little bit of a break before we get started. So yeah, I will start streaming on Thursday. I think I'm going to start streaming a little bit earlier than I normally do. Probably at about 7:30 on weekdays instead of 8:30, and then on the weekends I'm thinking I'll probably start streaming at about 10 in the morning just to switch up the times a little bit. Let's see, maybe somebody else is playing Hades. Let's take a look. But yes, just thanks again for coming, everybody, and I hope you all have a good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever it is you are, and I hope you had a great time. Let's take a look. Maybe this person. Maybe not. How about you? Okay, there. they're away at the moment. We'll find somebody. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna do Hades today. We are gonna raid somebody else. Ragnar is playing some Stardew Valley. So you know what? Let's raid Ragnar instead today. You know, we can just have a nice switch over to a much more nice and relaxing game. So let's grab that and let's get ready to kick off the raid. And yeah, thanks again for coming, everybody, and yeah, I'll see you next time.